How's it going, everybody? YouTube and friends. This is it. This is the night. Another video here. After almost a year and a half, we're finally going to put water in this thing. It's been quite the journey. Lots of planning, lots of preparation, lots of dragging my feet. This started right in the middle of COVID. It's in reflection time, it's been an interesting journey with this tank. For a while there, I thought I was going to have to abandon ship and get rid of all of it, and then it was back on, and it's just been a lot of fun to get to this point. And thank you to those who have stuck with me and watched this and been patient. This will be a treat. I think you'll enjoy watching this get filled up and transition to the next chapter of this 90-gallon Reef tank. I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Okay, here we are in the garage. This is where my water mixing station is. This is where have my reverse osmosis unit, and I've been, over the last week or so, filling up extra containers of water to prepare for this. I have two 35-gallon brutes, as you can see there. I've also filled up an additional 5 gallons in some of my buckets. I also have an extra 15 gallons here. So I've got enough RO water. I kind of went back and forth. A lot of people will suggest that you don't use RO water for your initial fill because you're just going to water change it away and it's kind of wasteful, but I'm on a well and I'm kind of uncertain about the quality of the water that comes out of it. So just by using RO water, I just remove all those variables, and the cost of the filter media doesn't bother me that much. So I just went ahead and used RO. Now, what I did different for the initial fill versus what I usually use is, let's see here. So normally in my BioCube, I use Fritz Pro Salt, the bottom bucket. Shipped to Alaska. If I can find it on Amazon, it's usually just a little bit over $100. It's getting harder and harder to find salts that'll ship to Alaska. So I keep using Fritz. Last time I did, I actually had to pay for shipping a bit extra. Really common salts you can get up here is obviously Reef crystals. Fritz is not one it used to be, but you can also get Reef Red Seas Pro Salt, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I used it for years. I prefer Fritz just because of how clean it mixes. Now for this filling, I didn't want to use my premium salt because, like I said, I'm going to do a ton of water changes. So I went ahead and picked up a bucket of Reef crystals. I think it's 35 bucks on Amazon for a 5-gallon bucket, which makes 160 gallons. So for the initial phases, the Reef crystals is perfect for what I'm doing. So we went ahead and went with that to get it going in this container here. This is my primary reservoir. See, I have a large fountain pump with tubing. I also have an additional 12 feet of tubing. So I'll hook it up to this fountain pump. We'll run it over to the aquarium. And then what I'll do is, as I'm filling, I'll just continue to top this reservoir off with these other various vessels and keep that full. And then we'll just start pumping, and it should fill up rather nicely. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Well, the tank filling went smooth. As you can see, it's full of water. It's running. We've got the Reef Wave 45. The wave maker's going too. It works well. The lights are doing great. I've just been experimenting with them. It's funny as I was doing this video and trying to adjust the look of it, the coloring and things like that, it didn't occur till later last night that, oh, these lights, I can actually just change the spectrum. So you'll notice quite a ways through, all of a sudden it gets a whole lot whiter and less blue. I raised the spectrum, the Kelvin, I actually lowered it closer to 10,000 Kelvin. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna go ahead and put the reef crystals in, start getting the salt mix up, and then test with the refractometer and see where we're at. And that's pretty much gonna be it. We'll just put her in cruise control from there, start cycling, and get her going. Enjoy.